Hi there. So we're going to be looking at the laws of indices today. Now the laws of indices just allow us to write numbers in a more convenient form. But what you're going to see is that the numbers, when we work with the numbers, they've got to be timesing by themselves, or they've got to be the same number. So having a look at the first one here, we've got 2 times 2. They're timesing by itself. The second one, we've got 3 times 3 times 3. So you can see that it's the same base number that we're timesing. So we'll solve the first few, and as you can see, it starts to get a little bit longer when you get down the bottom, where timesing 5 by itself 6 times. So a more convenient way of writing these are that we can have a look at the first one. We can see that there's a base number of 2, so we can say 2 as the base here. Now we're timesing 2 by itself twice, so we can say 2 to the power of 2. So you put a little 2 up in the top right hand corner. So just a little bit of terminology here. What we've got is that we got a base of 2. This here is known as the base. Now the little 2 up in the right hand corner is also known as the exponent, or the power. So we can say that this is 2 to the power of 2, or it's also known as 2 squared. Now this next one here, what we're going to be solving is 3 times 3 times 3. So we can see that there's a base of 3, but it's timesing by itself 1, 2, 3. So it's timesing by itself 3 times. So that's also known as 3 to the power of 3, or what you might hear is also 3 cubed. This last one now, you can see that it starts to get pretty long when you write this out. So we've got 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 5s. So instead of writing this out in this big long expression, what we can actually say is that there's a base of 5. So we can say there's a base of 5, and it's timesing by itself 6 times. So 5 to the power of 6. Now what this does is this also works in the reverse too. So you may see some questions which look like this. 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared. So what that really means is that if we work in the opposite form, we can get it back to its general form of 3 times 3, means the same thing. So we can also then solve that. So if you had a question of 3 squared, what that means is 3 times 3, which means it's equal to 9. This next one here, we've got a base of 5, so you write that number firstly out, and we can see that it's timesing by itself 3 times. So it's 5 times 5 times 5, or also known as this equals 125. Now this last one here, we've got 7, so we've got a base of 7. Even though it's going to look like a pretty big number, it's really quite simple. So you've got 7 times 7, 4 times, so times 7 times 7. So we've got that there will equal 2,401. So I hope that helps. Thanks very much.